Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos.
The usual sea of red here in this venerable stadium has been turned white as we are high above snowy Arrowhead Stadium in KC. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Here comes the Bronco offense with Drew Lock from Missouri in charge.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, and all the way home for a Bronco score. Phillip Lindsay, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
To be considered for the MVP award in the NFL, it's got to be a season of not just consistency, but spectacular consistency. And he's had it all the way through.
I think you're right. He's been as consistent, more consistent probably than anybody else as the numbers bear out. And the social media chatter for the MVP races certainly start to ramp up. I know you and I have felt that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Right now, he's in the pole position as we head down the stretch.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback or running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
2nd and 6 at the Broncos' 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
From the gun, it's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. Locke for Sutton, the receiving numbers from last week's game. 5 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards, and not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
Locke now going to hang on to it. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him...
Now Lock, he lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
On the play. Recovered.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
And now here comes Kansas City. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in the running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 3rd down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Lock now on 1st down. On the slant, completes to Sutton. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now this time, Locke will throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
First down, Broncos.
Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Chris Jones on the snap.
No gain on the play there. Second down. 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day. And I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun snap to Lock. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Chiefs defense getting ready to roll. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
And the Broncos 1st down.
On the option, Lock will keep it. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
Now, I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Denver.
Cortland Sutton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
At their own 25 yards.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
It was Justin Houston who got him down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
looking to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a Dolphin is confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
It's a pickup of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Block, and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Block going to keep this himself. He finds an opening past the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was brought
and on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
1st and 10.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and...
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Number 25.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
14, Chiefs 13.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a handoff looking right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 19-yard line.
Now Mahomes. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Well, looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Melvin Gordon, the ball.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Locke now going to hang on to it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a battle.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trey Flowers picks it.
Trey Flowers.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They go play fake. Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So a big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Ball carried by number 30.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Butker on for the PAT. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature. Go ahead and try to put some pressure on the defense.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
On the option, Locke will keep it. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
The tackle made.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball.
There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. KJ Hamler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Tavecchio good on the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio.
Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
David Njoku and the rest of the offense heading back out onto the field. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right?
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
32-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Locke working out of the gun. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Ball keeps moving.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Locke got a man. It's Judy complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He was brought down by...
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out
And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. As his guys are able to regain the lead. So the 2nd time tonight he has hit the end zone, Charles.
Some people just have a natural nose for the end zone, and he's exhibiting that here in this game. Big-time job, and of course he's got to pat the backs of the offensive line.
Yeah, they can't be lost in the shuffle. They're vital.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Out there to start their next drive, Phillip Lindsay and the Broncos. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you always want to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
26-yard line.
In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Mahomes firing complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mahomes now to throw. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Lock now on first down. Open man Hamler, that's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Lock. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. And that'll bring up second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing again. Locke toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Locke looks to throw it again. This is the tight end fan. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And here's Joseph Charlton now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Watch out for Hill on the return. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Man, where has the season gone? We're into week 15 now. So let's give everybody a look at what's coming up here on what should be a very interesting weekend of football. Plenty of good matchups in that 1 o'clock Eastern window. It'll be noon at Soldier Field in Chicago. And a big test for the Bears as they'll square off against the LA Chargers. Good games in the late afternoon as well. We'll stay out east and highlight the matchup at MetLife Stadium, where it'll be the Giants taking on the New Orleans Saints. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, they've got a good one lined up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone.
One back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense. That's not good enough, man.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points. I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got Gordon open, completes it. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Yards that time on the punt.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
The Chiefs offense set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give them 32 on the play. Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 25-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
2nd and 6 from the 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
They're on the 25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Locke able to get this to Gordon. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Hill on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10.
KC's offense ready to take over. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
He was
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Mahomes pass. Intended for number 82.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
So the Broncos coming out now. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
A give the first man through Gillespie of the fullback. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That's complete. Okue-Buda.
And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's a give to Lindsey. And now look at him go. The 40, 30, 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, It took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way out to the 46. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. How do you get much more balance than this? Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
35. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25. 5-yard.
Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
4 yards to go.
From the gun on third down, Locke to Gordon out left. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. A gain of 8 and a first down. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Play to KJ.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First down, Broncos.
Locke going to keep this himself. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, the guy just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From midfield, here's Locke. He'll get that complete to Albert O. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Shotgun snap to Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's taken down inside the 30. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
And the Broncos first down.
On first and 10, it's Lindsay. John Simon in on the stop.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stumped the run.
And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 20-yard line.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they'll run the option on third and short yardage. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Denver.
Taking it in from the 20, and the Broncos draw a bit closer.
For the extra point.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the third, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football, but it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
Drew Lock, sack.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw again. Lock. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Lock gonna throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. We're back now in KC. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lock. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. But now it'll be 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A gain of 4 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
First down.
On first down, Lock. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And that's incomplete.
Launch pass. Incomplete.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 48 yards away.
A 48-yard attempt.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Houston on the stop.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Again, the ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. This one caught left side by Cooper. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Makes the score Chiefs 57, Broncos 45.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Drew Lock once again leads the Broncos out.
With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start him up again. So I think he may want to keep him cranking high right here.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Sack.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Complete to Portland.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Lock working out of the gun. He's got his tight end fan. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, 79 yards. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
For the extra point.
So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Makes the score Chiefs.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a
25 yards that time.
First down, Denver.
From the gun, it's Locke. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Almost 12 yards.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
To try again after the sack. Locke. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chris Jones in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. He's been a load for them to handle defensively. I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. This is the tight end, Njoku. And out across midfield, down to the 45. 23 yards on the play.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
A gain of a yard.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw, Mahomes. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away, and the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Now Drew Lock and the Broncos. Down by 15. 25 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. This is the tight end fan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Complete.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. One final try for Locke. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Tonight's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chiefs, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Denver, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.